here. This is an old clay pipe. I never found one of these before. I've seen other people find them. There's even some fancy on that. Look at that. Oh, that's going to be fun to clean up. So this is clay, and it just happened to be near a signal. So I'm going to keep digging and see what else is down here, but that's old. I love finding stuff like this. I'll show you in the wrap-up. I'm sure to get some more detail off of that. Less than 10 minutes. I found that old clay pipe, and I found this. That's a silver dime. Can't be that old, it's just King George VI there on the front. Let me get a date off and I'll get right back to you. This is so cool. 52 dime. Right there. So silver and an old clay pipe in less than 10 minutes work. In an area of this old church that I've dug, probably a dozen times already. That's a keeper. A nice sweet solid 82 on the Garrett ET Pro. Look how shallow that coin is there. And that looks like a dime. Let me just see how old it is. Oh, it's silver all right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean that up, but that's another silver dime. That's two silver dimes within like 4 feet of each other on ground that I've hunted probably a dozen times or more. Let me get a date on that. This one's a 1958. I'm gonna give you an ultra close-up here on this one. 1958 King George silver dime. That's two so far. I'll keep going. Number 18 from this property. It was stuck on the side of that plug and slid down as soon as I pulled it out. And it looks like a Vicky. Looks like a Queen Victoria. Let me see if I can get a date off of that here for you without even putting it down. In 1903. 1903. That couldn't be Victoria, could it? Let me zoom in on this here if I can find it. No, of course it's not a Vicky. It's an Eddie. Nice, 1903 Largie. I'll keep going. Too thick to be a coin. Looks like there's some kind of design on it. It's got holes around the perimeter. It's fairly heavy. Looks like it's been dinged there. Unless that's part of the design, but I don't think so. I have no idea. I'm going to have to put this under some intense scrutiny. That's what I'm going to have to do. Intense scrutiny. Because it might be something. Might be something important. I don't know. But it's weird. And it was about 4 inches down. So it came up like 85, 86 on the metal detector. So yeah, interesting stuff today. I just found a gorgeous military button. Look at that. It's got Canada and the crown at the top. I have to find out whose crown that is, whether it's Edward or maybe even Victoria. But look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous Canada military button. Probably came off a jacket or something. Unbelievable. That was down about 7 inches. There's got to be some history there. There's the other side. Yeah, it's all corroded because that part is iron. The front is probably brass. Oh man, this is a wonderful hobby when you find stuff like this. I'll identify it in the wrap-up. Anything, and I'm still curious. Like, I pulled that part out first, I could see that first, and I thought, well, that's a bullet. But where's the pointy end? As far as I know, bullets don't come that blunt. It's got a shiny kind of, I'd say a gold wash or something on it. I don't know if that opens up or not. Maybe it does, and there's something inside. Well, check it out. If it's anything important, I'll let you know. Okay, so Rob found something. He's found a ring. We're at a new permission here at Oh, an old home in Brampton. I'm just going to give everybody an overlook. They're moving stuff around for us. We don't get that kind of service everywhere, but it's certainly Victorian. Quite an old home. These bricks apparently were taken from an old church that was demolished back in the late 1800s. So it's undisturbed ground, never been detected before according to the owner. And let's see what Rob's got here. Oh my goodness, look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that ring. And yeah, like it can fit on my thumb and still have room left.
Well, no magnet sticks to it.
Okay, so the magnet doesn't stick to it, but it's got something written on the outside. It's got the number 16, and I saw something else there. It's got Big Mac with 2 hearts. So that was probably a gift to somebody who was affectionately known as Big Mac, and he was big.
He was big, yes.
But we couldn't see anything on the inside of it, right, Rob?
No, nothing.
Yeah, and still not quite cleaned on the inside, but yeah, it's got all the appearances of stainless steel or nickel, maybe something of that nature. But very cool find.
Yes.
All right, so I dug up 8 modern pennies so far at this property today, and that's it after about an hour. But this one here's got some age to it. It's a 1946 King George, and yeah, so if there's dimes or quarters around here, they could very well be silver. But that's promising. We'll see how we go. I'm just doing this little front section of the yard here. Can't be much more than 100 square feet. I'll do that little strip of grass there too. This is an old part of town for sure, so still might be something. Another penny. That's a 1947 King George, so a little bit of a hot spot. Yeah, 1947. Yeah, I'll keep digging, see if I can find some silver here. Total of 4 old pennies now in the same hole, or same proximity. 1940, 2 46s, and a 47. So that's pretty cool. I think this little hot spot's pretty much exhausted though. I've gone over it twice now and it doesn't seem like there's anything else in the hole, so we'll move on. But yeah, 4 old King George VI pennies, I'll take them.
1960.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, looks like it's in good shape too. I say that about every single silver I pull out of the ground. Beauty. Wow, today's not a total loss. By the old church on my way home after saying goodbye to Rob. And first decent target is this here. It's a dime. It's a 1968 dime. As you know, some of them were made of silver, some of them weren't. If this sticks to a magnet, it's not silver. Let's do it together, the old magnet test. Here's my super duper really strong magnet, and yes, it sticks. So that's not silver. Oh well, better luck on the next one. Number 19 from this permission. It just keeps giving. This one's a 1906. Yeah, and the sun is just about to go down, so I think I better get out of here, go home and get some supper. What a beautiful coin. I don't know what kind of shape it's in really yet, but it doesn't look too bad. Anyway, gotta love these largies. Okay, I swore this would be my last hole, and it is a bucket lister. Look at this. That was down about 8 inches. A beautiful skeleton key. Some people just arrived here, so they might interrupt me, but I can't believe this. It's beautiful. I'll do some research on this for sure. Hello again, everybody. It's Kevin of Digging Halton. This is episode number 35 of season 1. And today's Remembrance Day, so I hope you pay tribute to the men and women that served so that we could live in the country that we do. I've got a few items that are actually or can be associated with Remembrance Day and the military in this episode, so stay tuned for that. I had a lot of fun this week digging in Halton, had a couple come up to me, an elderly couple, and they recognized me from my YouTube videos, and they said, "Hey, you're that history guy." So maybe that's what I should call myself going forward, as the history guy, Halton history guy. Yeah, because that's what it's all about for me. As I've said many times before, it's not about monetary value or anything like that. It's just all about the story behind the history, and that's what keeps me going. Just love finding historical items and doing the research and finding out where they came from and what were the significant finds for this week. One of the most significant, I think, is this old clay pipe that's got a design on each side, which is identical. Two draped flags, or cross flags draped. One looks like an older U.S. flag. The other one looks like a Union Jack. I don't expect you're going to be able to pick up the detail that I can with the naked eye, but certainly very historic clay pipe. And there's the inside of the bowl. Looks like this might have been in a fire itself, because there's material fused onto the outside of it that I couldn't get off without risking some damage. So, but that's pretty cool. Probably mid-1800s or so. You saw me dig this lead piece here. It's a little over a centimeter in diameter. It's got two holes going through the middle. If anybody can enlighten me in terms of what this is, I'd appreciate it. It has no writing on it or no design, but had to be used for something at some time. And this old two-piece button, I couldn't get any real significant detail off the front of it. It's got part of the shank still on the back, but very corroded. Who knows what that was used for back in the day. This here, I thought it was a bullet at first when I first pulled it out. You can see why. Turns out to be an old Avon lipstick sampler. And it's got Avon printed on one of these two sides here. And again, I don't want to open this for risk of breaking it or damaging it. So that's what that is. This old big piece of bling here with the cubic zirconias going around the perimeter. It's the flag of India in the middle there. Somebody wore this on their neck, I guess, at some time. And on the back it says Indian Proud. So there you go. And a classic old square nail. I love finding these because it gives evidence to the fact that there may be other old items buried in the ground in that vicinity. So, and that was actually true in this case, back at the old church site. So that's a good example of an old square nail. And probably the find of the week for me anyway is my very first skeleton key. It's a very nice, smaller key. Some of these skeleton keys can be very, very huge. It's got the number 2 on the tongue here. I don't know why. Maybe it just indicates the size or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to know what that was used for. But very, very nice skeleton key. And in keeping with Remembrance Day, found this beautiful Canada military button. Actually, it may have been worn by non-service personnel back in the World War II era. Not in the greatest condition. Of course, the back is corroded, but you can see there quite clearly a crown in the word Canada. Found another one of these last year, but it had a beaver on the bottom, so this one's just slightly different. Another flim-flam, little bits of bling there. Spendables this week, $2.10. Not a great week for spendables, but adds to the total. Got $215.40 now for the year, and probably won't hit $250 unless I get really, really lucky. But maybe $225. Here's the significant coins that I found for the week. Well, let's do the pennies first. We got 68 modern pennies that'll all go in the big penny pail that you see there. It's almost full, and hope to have that brimming over by the end of the year as well. But I've only got a couple of hunts left before the ground freezes. Significant coins, 4 silvers, 2 dimes, and 2 quarters. Not very old, but still, it counts as silver. And 2 large cents, a 1903 and a 1906 Is that true? 1903. Yeah, 1906 and 1903 large cents. So they're both King Edward VII. Really, really beautiful coins. The way they come out of that ground there. Lots of nice detail. So they'll go into the collection for sure. Then we got some King George VI, 1940s pennies, 6 of those, and an older one of the small cents. This is 1921. I didn't get that on video, but there it is now. And again, not in bad shape. And then these old nickels, 4 of them. And I really love finding these when they've got this kind of coloration on them. This is only 1964, but look at the blues and greens. I don't know if you can see that. Just depends on the way the light hits it. But some people pay good money for toned coins like this. I have no idea how much it's worth, but anyway, it's not going to leave my collection, that's for sure. So there you go. And I found 2 1947 nickels, both with maple leafs after the 7. Still looking for that elusive 1947 with the dot after the 7. They're worth significantly more than the maple leaf variety. So yeah, there we go. 68 modern pennies. And it was a great week. I really enjoyed it. Stick around for next week. Got some more great finds. You diggers out there, keep your knees dirty, and we'll catch you again real soon.